Governor Katie Hobbs says to make sure the voices of Arizona voters are heard, the state's divided government has unveiled a bipartisan fix to the election calendar for this year's and beyond. News 4 Tucson's political specialist Eric Fink is live downtown at the Pima County Recorder's Office with the changes you need to know about. Eric.
Sean, the big change that affects Arizona voters right away, that primary election, it's moved up a week to July 30th from August 6th. That will give county elections officials enough time to send general election ballots to military voters overseas. So what that means is that the last day to register for the primary election will be July 1st. The new timeline will also avoid any possibility of Arizona's presidential vote not being certified on time. There were concerns under the previous election calendar that could really put at risk our swing state's 11 electoral votes making it into the national count. Now, this all happened in response to a recount law that was signed by former Governor Doug Ducey in 2022 that expands the recount threshold for a race to 0.5% from 0.1%. Now, to give you some perspective, the 2020 presidential election in our state was very, very close. Joe Biden won by a little under 10,500 votes. Under the law signed in 22, the margin would have triggered an automatic recount. It did not trigger an automatic recount in 2020. Now, there's enough time for election workers and officials to meet these critical deadlines this year. One voter and a representative with the nonpartisan group Common Cause is grateful the legislature came together to get this done.
We absolutely were concerned that Arizona voters wouldn't be able to have their voice recognized in the 2024 election. It was really important for us to ensure that there would be able to be a fix to this issue and that Arizona voters would be prioritized within the fix.
And these changes will not affect next month's presidential preference election. That is still scheduled for Tuesday, March 19th. Now, coming up at 10 o'clock, you're going to hear from Pima County Recorder Gabriela Casares-Kelly. She has one overarching concern about this new law, and it has to do with a fewer number of days given to election officials and voters to cure problem ballots. That is, to fix problem ballots. We're going to explain more about that coming up at 10 o'clock. Live for now downtown, I'm Eric Fink, News 4 Tucson.
Well, let's head outside right